What is it about these right wingers literally being incapable of ever having conversations and discussions about illegal immigration, like to them, illegal immigration, without a huge amount of literally misinformation? Why? These people without misinformation are literally nothing. They can't get anything done without spewing a little bit. That's actually very important. A little bit of misinformation in there. And what's actually the worst part? The worst part is they're so in denial that even when they're proven wrong and clearly shown what you're saying is incorrect, they still use it as part of the narrative. They still carry on. They still use it in their everyday discussion between each other. The idea of illegal immigrants, people that come on boats looking for asylums are not illegal immigrants. These people that are in hotels, they're not getting five-star experience, okay? Just let that sink in. They're not getting video games. They're not getting free iPhones. They're not getting posh meals, luxurious meals. That's not happening, okay? It's not. But then again, if you think I'm lying and I'm just talking bullshit, well, we have a prime example right before our very eyes. Let's get right into this.
Who are in this country who don't have a legitimate right to be here.
And look, that's a major worry. I've got to be honest, that is a major worry. Now, taking politics out of this, let's just look at the country, Tim.
Yeah.
This country is built on immigration, legal immigration. You know, a lot of the nurses, the doctors that have saved my mum's life have come over here from other countries, are living a great life. They're paying into this tax system. They're helping this country thrive. I find it absolutely insane that all these people, one, are risking their lives coming across the channel like that they are, but two...
First of all, he says he finds it hilarious that they're risking their lives. That should obviously tell you the level of and the importance of them having to get to this country. That literally should tell you if people are willing to risk their life, it's probably because they're actually desperate and there's no alternative. That's probably why. So that should actually tell you the importance. It is just like, oh, why would you even risk your life coming there anyways? Well, these people have no other choice. That's why they're doing it. They're risking their life, for God's sake.
When they get here, it does seem, and I think this is why a lot of Labour voters as well are now sitting there going, there's something wrong here. It seems, welcome, come on in. This is the narrative we're being fed. Here's the hotel. Here's the phones. Here's the iPad. Here's the NHS in reception of your hotel. Here's 3 meals a day. Here's a games room in the hotel. Have a lovely time and welcome. And
here's a video game. Like, has he ever been to these places? It's usually cramped, okay? It's not a luxurious experience, okay? Trust me, it isn't. How many people are actually being cramped into these hotels, okay? They're not getting luxurious experiences. It's very, very far from it. And also, some of the things that he claims that they actually having access to, it's because they can't work. If they start working and start making their own money, then they would have to pay for all these things by themselves, i.e. having food. You need food to survive. But if they start working, they can pay for it. But then if they can pay for it by start working, these people like this will also complain like, why are they working without getting any form of legal status in the country? So either way, it's a lose-lose. Now, many people that disagree with me will probably put in the comments, oh no, how can you possibly say this? Well, if it's so dangerous for them where they're coming from, why didn't they just stop in France? The reason why you see people actually go past France and actually move to UK, one of the major reasons why they actually make that decision is because there are lots of people already in France. So queuing behind them is literally just going to extend the time that they actually have to wait for them to even get an opportunity to become an asylum seeker. If you have an opportunity, if you have two options, and one of the options is literally fully loaded with lots of people, you are going to turn to the alternative. That's why, okay? Because if everyone just stopped at France and everyone just stayed there, then the queue just gets longer and longer and longer. And these asylum seeking processes are typically a very long one. So if they just stop there, that's just going to be a longer time. Whilst instead they could just look to another country that is allowing asylum seekers. So then they just go there. That's why they're leaving past France and moving to the UK to seek asylum. Now, one of the biggest, if not right now, the biggest factors that's actually encouraging the protest and the anger towards asylum seekers is the safety of women and girls. Women typically are endangered or typically are victims to people that are around and people that surround them, people in their close circle. If you want to fix the dangers that women face, domestic violence, all this stuff, you don't turn to people that come on the boat. You turn to people in women's lives, typically their husband and friend and any other person in the close circle. That's actually the biggest danger to women. If you actually care about women's safety, you would know that trying to fix that problem by trying to stop the boats is not going to work. You are not going to reduce those numbers. But that's just my thoughts. If you have any disagreements, put it down in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and also drop a like on the video.